Claire Whiteleg is joining us from the Isle of Man Financial Supervision Authority here.
Hello,
and
Paul.
Hello again. We did some fantastic stuff with you recently about pensions, and we got such a response to that. It was really interesting because that's parking that one. You're here because, as always, it's all about getting messages out, right?
Absolutely. When we do consumer stuff, it's no use having brilliant information if no one knows about it.
So the pension stuff, the videos are still online, and you've got them on your site. But you've got, let's make this right, the World Investor Week, Isle of Man.
Yes. What this is about, it's an international initiative run by the IOSCO, which is the International Organisation of Securities Commissions, which is a bit of a mouthful.
Great word.
Yeah, but that's basically an international body that looks, that a lot of the regulators are members of. So it's all the regulators internationally working together, and they're having a World Investor Week, which is all about trying to tell consumers about investments, about how to invest safely, what to look out for, and just really upping everybody's game, looking at online stuff, staying safe, making your money work for you.
So much we could talk about here. I mean, obviously, scammers and things are constantly in the news about getting money out of people. What is the general advice? If it's too good to be true, it's too good to be true, sort of thing, is it?
Generally speaking, if it's too good to be true, it is too good to be true. Just because somebody sends you an email doesn't mean they know you. So be wary if people get in touch and you don't know them. So, if I got in touch with you, Paul, and you'd never heard from me, and I said, I've got this amazing investment, whatever, be very, very, very
It
careful.
used to be from Nigeria, but they've got much cleverer since then, haven't they?
Oh,
Now
they
the scams
have.
are just click this button if your Apple account's out of date, and next minute you're off and running with getting stuff. Yeah.
And never use your credit card to pay for an investment, because most firms wouldn't ask you to pay for an investment with a credit card. Why would you invest in something that's going to cost you interest?
Right.
That's another one, which scammers might try and get your credit card details. Don't give out PINs, don't give out passwords. Your bank will never contact you and ask you for your PIN number. They just won't do it. Very simple messages, but it's all important about keeping people safe.
Now, you've got this big Family Finance Day coming up. Tell us about that.
Well, this is actually really exciting. This is something that we're running with the Personal Finance Society, and Ballacomine have very kindly offered us their sixth form centre for the morning. So what we are doing on Family Finance Day is running a series of free presentations, and we're doing one on initial coin offerings, what's all the fuss, and some of your listeners might recall that we had some school kids from Ballacomine who were doing some work. We're launching the results of their work, and they're going to be there. Then we're doing investment matters, which are top tips for a smart investor. So how to be a smart investor and how to be a safe investor.
And sorry, I mean, because when someone gets a pension amount, let's link it back to that. They sometimes have a pool of money that they need to go and do something.
Yes.
Would that be covered in that sort of thing?
Oh, absolutely, because investment is simply about what are your objectives, and if it's within your pension, what's your pension objectives? When do you need the money back? What can you do with it? How to know what your risk appetite is. So if somebody says you're going to get 20% per annum, it sounds great, but that normally means there's a huge downside risk as well.
Right.
So it's making sure that whatever you do suits you, because some people don't want risk, some people can't afford to take a risk, because if they lose all of the money, that leaves them with nothing left. Then also on the morning, we've got a guy coming over from the UK, Adam Owens from the PFS. He's going to be our scam man, and he's going to talk about being scam aware and being safe.
That's going to be good. That's just bleeding on what we just said, basically, isn't it?
Because
they're
absolutely.
always one ahead, almost, don't they? There's always another new thing coming out.
That's right. And then the other thing we're doing is a rerun of the Pension Matters seminars that we ran, because we were oversubscribed for those. And I know some people weren't able to make it because it was just after 5 o'clock on a weekday. So that's the presentations. But like all good things, that's not all. We're also, and I'm absolutely delighted with this, and would like to thank the Personal Finance Society for arranging it. But we are going to have a series of, and so far I think we've got more than 50 sessions available across the morning, where people can get free personal financial guidance. Those are 30 minutes sessions with financial advisors who are qualified and work for regulated firms on the island.
So you turn up with your information, if you've got information about your pension or your bank balance and what you've got. That's what you can actually sit there. It's general guidance, but you can ask them specific questions, and they can help guide you. So if you say, well, this is my situation and this is what I need to plan for, they can actually talk you through some of the things you should be aware of. And this is all free.
It's free. Wow. Yeah, they've agreed to do it, and which to me is fantastic.
I'll be getting my place booked.
Yes, and actually that's whilst people do need to book for the presentations, definitely book for that.
How do they get booking in?
Right. Well, we've set up some series of Eventbrite events, and so there's Eventbrite events for the presentations, and you choose which presentations.
We'll put them on the screen here now.
Yeah.
Yep.
Then there's Eventbrite site for the personal financial guidance sessions as well, and again, book them. What I would say, if there's 2 of you going to the guidance, you only need to book 1 session, because otherwise you'll have 2 financial advisors waiting for you. So if there's more than 1 of you going, it's 1.
Right.
And then the other thing that we're doing is Discover Finance, and one of the things I'm passionate about is it's great to up my age group's knowledge about finances, but actually it's far better if we can up younger people's knowledge about finances so they don't get themselves in a mess in the first place and make clever decisions from the outset. And the PFS again they've got an interactive game that they run called Discover Fortunes, and this is a game for teenagers where teams of teenagers take part against each other to who can get the biggest fortune at the end of the morning. And there are prizes, so we've got sort of, I think it's headphones and earbuds and goodness knows what else. And again, that can be booked on Eventbrite. That's up to 6 people per team, but there's only 8 slots for that. Okay. So I'd encourage people to do that. It should be good fun. And then the final bit of the morning, which you don't have to book for, is all morning people from the Financial Services Authority will be in the building, in the canteen, serving tea and coffee.
Meet the regulator,
ask us questions, and we'll have a lot of consumer information available that we can give out to people.
And overall, your website will have all the details, right?
Absolutely.
So go there, would probably be a good.
And there's also a Facebook page, and the details of the events will be on the Facebook page. Fantastic. With a link to the Eventbrite site for booking as well.
Okay, so remind us where and when?
Right, well, the event is on the 29th of September. At Ballacomine Sixth Form Centre. The doors will open at 9:15. The events start to kick off at 9:30, so people can come and grab a cup of tea, cup of coffee first. And everything will be finished by 1:15. People aren't expected to come for the whole morning, but if they want to come to all 4 of the presentations, or they want to do a combination of presentations and guidance and meeting the regulator, they're welcome to stay all morning.